Hi everybody, Ken from Oz here with another Filofax tip. Well, actually, probably not a big tip, but it's going over my haul of goodies from my shopping spree. So a lot of you have asked me what are the things I use for stationery, and so I went out just recently, just covering quite a few different stores just to get some extra supplies, and here's just a few of them. I'm just going to go through some of them, and that gives you a little bit of an insight on how I use these things. And of course, like most things with Filofaxes and using a day planner, it is a work in progress, and I'm learning new things every day. So let me just start with some of these. I'll just move it aside and we'll go through one by one. Alright, this will shock a lot of you, but I am now a convert to washi tape. Now, I won't embellish everything in my Filofax, but I just find that this little bit of tape that I found, and I've got three types here. I've got a very, very subtle light grey with spots. It's a bit hard to see on the camera. Let's see if I can bring it a bit closer. It's a bit hard, but you can see it's a very light grey with some sort of iridescent sort of dots through it. And I also got something very similar that's in a sort of an aqua blue with some very light blue dots, and of course some very bright green, but this was quite cheap. And I've been using washi tape more so just as reinforcement when I do hole punching. Occasionally I might use it for a label. I found this old tape sellotape holder in my office, so I just used that, and that's probably a great way to dispense it rather than cutting with scissors, so I've got it there instantly. But I also use a little bit of this blue tape, and I just cut it straight off the roll, and it's sort of held together on its on the card that it came with. So washi tape. If you live in Australia, and I live in a city called Brisbane in Queensland, Australia, I found this washi tape in a place called Photo Continental, which is at Mount Gravatt, so a little plug for them. They are actually a photographic shop, and it's quite a large shop, but they have the most enormous craft and scrapbooking section in that store that I didn't even know about, and so it's quite a surprise. And they have just, if you want to buy washi tape, that's a place to go. Also found them at Big W stores, and this was $3.96 for rolls of 2 tape, and they're more brighter colors, and again I would use that for reinforcement. So yes, I do use some washi tape. I make my own sometimes, but it's always good to buy the pre-made one, and this is was a bit expensive to buy here. Probably a better price can be found online or at eBay, but washi tape. So there you go. Next one I've got are some, now I'm not a sticker person, I have been using the dots, but I did find these ones which are happy birthday stickers. It's a bit hard to focus there. And the reason I bought these ones were that they're quite small, and I can actually put them into my day planner when there is a birthday. Now I'll just bring my day planner out to show you. Usually there is a section in my calendar. As you can see here, there's a birthday there, and that sticker fits quite well without interfering with the areas that I put my schedule and my notes and so on. Actually, there's another birthday there as well. So I like these ones because they're actually quite small, but also fit in with the lines around my day planner. So some stickers. Next one which I'm going to show you is that I do find I need a very good pair of sharp scissors. So I actually bought these embroidery scissors, which have a very small but very sharp blade, and I found that when I use them to cut, they actually cut quite well and very, very precise. And I use that when I'm sort of working with paper, and these seem to be quite good, and I think they're about $2.50 at Spotlight in Brisbane here. So embroidery scissors, yes, I still use the larger pair, but when you want some finer cutting, I think these are the go. So some scissors. And of course I had to stock up on some of my wonderful Pilot pens. These are the erasable pens of Friction. I use black and red, so I've just got some spare ones, and again I found these at Big W, quite cheap, cheaper than other places, around $2.50. And then of course just a highlighter. Now I use the blue highlighter predominantly, but I'm actually going to try a green one just as a contrast and just see whether that color will actually work for me. So they're great, they're erasable, they work really well, and I'll tell you what, I want shares in Pilot because this is the pen for me when I use my Filofax. So put these as spares because the last thing I want to do is run out of using my erasable pen and I can't keep going or having to use another pen, and I think that having at least one set of each just in case when I need to replace them is the go. So some more pens. I went to a place called Crazy Clark's and they sell Avery stationery, so I thought these were quite good. These are the label books, and these are the whole stickers, so they're a bit like post-it notes except they've got the adhesive all the way on the back. And occasionally I do find the need to use sort of post-it notes that are permanent, and this is the type for me. Now of course I've got more subtle colors, some yellow and a light orange there, so they're just there if I need them. And I'm really quite happy to use the Avery brand. Over here they're reasonably cheap, but again you can probably get these online quite cheaper than what I've got. I think this was about $2 for this. I'll just have to check, but I think that. So just some labels which are quite good. At Spotlight, having a sale, 50 cents for these really cool paper clips. Now again, I'm not into the fancy love hearts or diamonds or stars, but these ones suit my style, and they're copper and silver and brass. Just bring them up a bit closer to show you. Paper clips, and I just thought they're quite stylish, a little bit Art Deco looking really, but also they're I do have a sort of a fondness for steampunk, believe it or not, and these sort of seem to be the sort of the metallic sort of colors. I just like the shape of them as well, so when you actually use them they come out as a square. So I wanted to just see if these work for me. I usually use the normal paper clips, usually just the standard colored ones, but yeah, so I've got a little supply of these embellishment square clips. Let's see how they go. Another Avery product, and this one is the note tabs. And the thing about this is that they are you can have perforated edges, and you can write on these and use them for labeling, and more permanent to hide or cover sort of permanent things. I'm thinking of getting some small photos and maybe putting them on as a picture frame. I haven't decided yet, but these were only $1 to buy at Crazy Clark's, and you get 6 in this pack. And I just like the fact that I can use these tabs as well, and I'm always looking for tabs in my day planner. So some note tabs, they're durable and repositionable, which is right up my alley. Also some more extra smaller note tabs, and these ones are the half circle ones, and I think these were only about 90 cents for a pack of 20. And again, I use these tabs especially if I'm making notes or in a meeting, just for quick reference. You can't have enough of these. I do find that I have the smaller ones, which are probably only about 1.5 centimeters wide. For my size hands, we do need just a little bit bigger, and this seems to be the right size. Now they're in a pale green and a pale blue. I prefer maybe a black or I don't know, just a grey colour. That's sort of the colour scheme I use, but these are not too bright, and that sort of fits in well enough for me. Again, Avery, great products. So there's some Avery ones there. The other thing that I bought was a pack of the Post-it note dispensers, and this is by Post-it, and it comes with the double-sided removable 3M tabs, and you can actually place them onto your monitor, and of course they're in that zigzag thing. I use these a lot, And so I'm going to place these on my monitor, so I've got them there, and of course you just pull it out and the next one's out, and then you can stick them on like normal posters. So quite a handy little gadget, and you get 4 in the pack, so there's the refills are there and there's 4 lots, so that should last me at least a year. So a little post-it dispenser that I'll use for in my office. And last but not least, I went back to where I found the bookmark light, and these were on special for, this was $5.99, so $6. And these are these great little lights that are very, very bright and can be used to as a bookmark, but also to then you could use it to light up your Filofax in the middle of the night instead of turning the lights on, and it's quite bright, very, very bright. And I've also actually used this just when I've got home at night, and it shines such a bright light that I can actually use it as a flashlight to find my way in the dark. So always very handy. I probably will leave this in my bag rather than my Filofax. I mean, it's quite slimline, but I still want to economize on the amount of things I put into the day planner, and so I'll just have that nearby and to use it on the odd occasion that I use it. So that's a little bit of what I bought today. Now, it's not so fantastic. My style, especially my Filofax, is for business and for work and for home, but I try to keep it fairly basic in my style. A little bit of color, a little bit of black pen, and a little bit of red, and just very minimal stickers and post-it notes, and a little bit of highlighter there. So it's sort of, that's my scheme. It's more for function rather than for decoration, but I'm learning a lot from people on YouTube, and thank you for all those great ideas that I'm finding, and I think it will get a little bit better, and a little bit more color is probably what I need at the moment. So hope you enjoyed looking at some of the things that I buy, and please subscribe to my channel. The information is down there, and also please place comments. I really read everything that you send, and I try to comment and reply to as many as I can. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on another Filofax tip.